Hello again, everybody. This is Mr. Everything, and I am coming back at you with another Wargaming and miniature video. In today's video, we're going to continue on with our What's in the Box series. And in today's What's in the Box, we're going to be looking at plastic soldiers, British 6-pounders, and Loyd carrier tow. Okay, so the Loyd carrier looks a lot like a Bren carrier, but they're not exactly the same. They're a different, it's a different manufacturer, different design, all that. Okay, so let's take a look at 15 millimeter miniatures. It says 8 models. So what I'm thinking it's going to be is going to be 4 guns and 4 carriers for a total of 8 models. And then 32 gun crew, maybe drivers, whatever. We'll take a look. Now you know this is a 15 millimeter box because it has the black header. That's how Plastic Soldier shows off like what scale they are, either 15, 20, or 28. All right, let's take a look at the back. All right, one thing I do, 4 guns, 4 carriers, and 32 crew. And the carrier looks pretty badass, actually. I kind of like it. Okay, one thing I love about Plastic Soldier is more often than not, they will include a painting guide and they'll tell you what kind of paints they would recommend for painting these. And they use Vallejo as their standard. And over here in the painting guide, it tells you what to put those colors on. Like use 921 English uniform for the crew uniform. For the webbing, use Russian uniform. For the helmet, use olive gray and Russian uniform. For the rifle, use beige brown. For and gunmetal, of course. The boots, they want you to use black gray, which a lot of that is exactly what I use to paint when I paint my models. So I think they were spot on. Okay, so not only do they give you that, they give you a little picture. They also tell you what kind of primer they would recommend. And in this case, it is, it just says British SP004, which I'm going to assume is the English uniform, but it might be British green because they use British armor green. It might be that because this is a armor spray paint. Okay, so let's open it up and take a look and see exactly what we get. Okay, surprise, surprise, we get 4 identical sprues. Okay, so we're not going to look at all 4. We'll just look at one because it's times 4. Doesn't look like there's a whole lot to the sprue. That's great. And I love it when anti-tank guns are pre-assembled like this. That way I don't have to glue the legs onto the trunnion. Ooh, it gives you 2 versions. It gives you one where they're folded together in the towing mode and one where it's in the deployed mode. I got a couple of guns here. If I only had a couple of gun shields, dang it. Okay, because I could have maybe made more guns. Oh well. All right, let's take a look. Plus, you get the reference sheet here. Now this is pretty straightforward. Got an engine assembly, chassis assembly, put the sides, the engine, and the front plate on, stowage, crew, okay, good. It gives you vehicle passengers, love that. And then how to build the actual dismounted anti-tank gun, plus it shows the closed carriage option can be attached to the vehicle. And I like the hood, or I guess you could go hood or no hood. I'm just looking at the picture here because it shows the hood on this one and no hood there. And then right here, it kind of shows, it just looks like a tarp laid over the entire thing, which you could make out of tissue or something, but this shows the hood on this one. Okay, well, we're going to look at these figures or this model real close and take a look and see what we get. All right, plus, about halfway through, what we'll do is we'll zoom in and we'll look at the detail on the figures. Okay, it looks like passenger, passenger, passenger. And then, so at least 3 passengers and 4 guys that could easily be mounted with the gun outside deployed. We got a guy with binoculars. A guy looks like he's got his hand on the gun. Guy loading a shell. A guy got with his hands on his ears. Okay, we got the sides. We got the stowage. We got the... Oh, we got another passenger right here. So you got a 4th passenger. He looks like a driver. He looks like he's got something in his hand. We got some loose shells. We got a box of shells. Closed carriage, open carriage, front plate, jerry cans, ammo cans. That looks a lot like a Bren gun carrier wheel layout, but it's a little bit thinner. It looks like a couple of axles, anti-tank shield. I've got a ton of 6-pounders, so I might just make a whole bunch of these closed carriage ones. And see, it gives you 4 wheels, right? These are 2 different wheels. Okay, maybe I'll have to take a look to see exactly which ones I should be using. Maybe there's a different, maybe they transitioned, maybe early, late war. I'll have to look. Engine compartments. And then that's the anti-tank gun shield. 2 anti-tank guns. You would think if they only wanted you to make... Okay, I can see. They give you 2 varieties. One has a muzzle brake or muzzle flash hider right there. But this one has like a covered muzzle. So that would be a good one for when it's in transport, I would think. Okay, if I was to flip it, you can see the inside of the carriage. Yeah, everything looks good. Not sure what that is. Looks like a steering wheel, but let's see. Let's take a look. Okay, well, in this tow mode, it doesn't show the one with the muzzle brake cover or whatever that is. Oh, it looks like a wheel mounted on the outside of the hull. Is what that is. Like a spare wheel. Yeah, I guess it's about the same size as those guys right there. All right, so let's zoom in, take a close look, and see what we get. All right, so let's take a look at the crew first. Got this guy some backpacks right there. Look like they're hanging off the side of the vehicle. We got a guy covering his head. You can see how the British got their Tommy style helmets with maybe some covers, camouflage covers. This guy looks like his hand is molded in a way where his hand is going to be glued or rested against something. Passengers just chilling, right? And then this guy looks like he's a driver, right? He's got a couple of sticks in his hand. And then this guy's got binoculars. And then there would be the other passenger right there. You got the top of the tarp. Sides of the vehicle. Some more stowage. That's that spare tire I was talking about. Back of the vehicle right there with the pickaxe and the shovel. That's the undercarriage. You probably will never see. A couple of different options for the gun carriage. Where's my fingers? Right there. Shells and a box of open shells. 2 different guns. And you can see the type of gun brake right there. When you look up here, is that a cover? or is that a different style? Because the two guns look exactly the same, so I have a feeling that's just a cover. But I guess if it was a cover, it would be as big as that, and it's a little bit thinner than that, so maybe not, I don't know. I was thinking a dust cover. There's a spare shell just hanging. Here's your gun shields. Right, there and there. That's the lower, and that's the upper. There's your tracks. Got quite a bit of detail, especially on the springs. You got your transmission axles, and then you have, there's the, looks like ammo, and then water or gas, depending. That's the front plate. And then down here we got the engine compartment, and there's the tires. You notice how they look different, right? You've got a really deep wheel, and the axle sticks out, like pushes out. What do they call that? A wheel hub. It sticks out, and that's sunken. So I wonder which one you're supposed to use. It probably has a bearing on which gun you actually use. I'm learning more about British 6-pounders than I thought I would know. Okay, let's flip it over and take a look. Specifically, the gun crews might want to see the backs of these guys. Not a whole lot of information, especially the guy sitting. You're not going to see their backs, really. He's got a canteen. Inside, underside. Yeah, a lot of this stuff you would never even see, really. It would just be underneath. Except for this. This is the inside of the carrier. You might see that. All right, well, that was the British 6-pound anti-tank guns and Loyd carriers for the just British regular army. Yeah, you got this is the 6-pounder that I would expect. I don't know what that other thing is. I would have to double check it. Oh, and I like that regimental marking. Okay, so of course you don't get any decals with these. That's something that you would have to pick up separately on their website. They do sell unit and divisional decal sets. That way you don't get a bunch of decals you're not going to use. Yeah, you get 4 of everything. So you get 4 guns, 4 carriers for a total of 8 models. And then you get 1, 2, 3, 4 crew for the guns, and then 4 passengers in the vehicle. So that's good. I mean, that way if you put 4 passengers in and you mount the gun that's being towed like this, then that'll look good. And then if you pull the tow off and put another, like when they dismount, and you put another gun crew out there with the deployed gun, and you have 4 models on that, then it'll balance, right? In the game that this is designed for, which is Battle Group, I do believe that the 6-pound gun has a crew of 3. I do believe that. So if that is the case, you're going to have 4 extra dismounted crew members, and you could put like 3 of those on another base, and they could be considered what's called an ammo team, or basically additional crew members. But that costs additional points. But yeah, this was pretty interesting. I like it. I'm going to build some towed anti-tank guns and some Loyd carriers. All right, if you like these what's in the box videos that kind of show you exactly what you're getting when you order this or buy it off from me on my website, if you go to eBay and you check out wargaming in miniature, I sell a lot of these types of things on my site. If you like this video, be sure to like the video, and if you want to subscribe, be sure to subscribe. And if you want to be notified, be sure to hit the notification icon. All right, guys, thanks for coming out and checking this out, and I'll catch you in the next one.